Who's casting? Who's casting?
On the microphones, we'll have Moxie, T-Gov, and yours truly, Shiver. I never had to introduce myself before. It's weird.
I guess we could have introduced it. Yeah.
And Shiva.
And Shiver.
Hi, Shiva.
Hi.
Okay. I'm gonna not do the most of the talking. I'm gonna actually do the least of the talking.
Wait,
That's my
what?
job here. What's wrong?
What's the matter then?
No, I thought I'd just load up Twitch.
Why?
Why not?
They're behind. You want to see the game live.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been doing it wrong this entire time.
You thought you could sneak out like,
This
what
is
are they
why
going
I
to draft?
don't
I'm going to
have
sound
with
smart.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at that guy. Actually, no one's really talking. It's fine right now.
Is the Bassi starting item on Warlock nowadays a thing? Should I be starting to do that in my pubs?
Yeah, for sure. Bassi is a broken item.
Broken?
Broken, indeed. The fact that it does give this beautiful mana aura, gives you the spam ability. Luna is a hero with Lucent Beam. You want to also spam out. I guess the main thing is normally the carries pick it up, but he's going for it himself.
Was there only one person that brought a fan pack? Was it only Crystalis with the AG? Can we go back to the people list?
Yeah, correct. Yes.
Yeah.
That is only
Wow.
Crystalis sporting a fan pack right now.
The power of Arteezy, man.
Well,
All right, a little bit of a skirmish here over by the runes. But everyone's just going to walk away. Toby, though, taking a decent chunk of harass during that.
we had 2 for 2 on the runes at least. So that's good.
Yeah, I just realized, unfortunately for Hippomaniacs and obviously Ghost Rock as well, they're two teams that unfortunately weren't able to get fan packs into the game.
Yeah.
Just a little bit hard getting them there, unfortunate.
Oh, I think there's a couple more packs that are still scheduled to come out, I think.
yeah, but when are they going to disappear?
They have a date. There is a
before
date.
TI, I believe, yeah?
Yeah.
I can check the exact date
Yeah,
if you'd
please
like.
check the
No
exact
worries.
date.
On the 31st of the 7th, 2021. They expire, yes.
31st of the... Oh, that's right before TI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of disappointing, right? Because I want to be able to have my fan support bundle when I'm watching TI.
I don't think I want to have players at TI though spamming,
I think that's
Yeah.
a great
Oh, is that- do you
reason to
think
not,
that's it?
to not have
Like
it.
you're at the main stage TI final, just getting like Arteezy's face sprayed across different like stairs and trees.
Or all the teams spamming their own voice lines.
Yeah,
It's going to be very confusing because
we
it
play
also...
together, we slay together. It's like, nope.
No, just keep it a little clean.
They'll remove tips as well. You heard it here first.
No.
They're definitely not going to do that.
Not my Dota. That's not the Dota I want.
There'll be no chat ball. There'll be no tips. There'll be no all chat. Nothing. No pings.
No fun allowed.
Is that a direct nerf to OG?
Yeah, honestly. They're good at using it to cause mental damage on their foes, right?
Yeah.
You know? They just like, oh my god, I have to mute this guy.
It's been working.
Yeah. And I guess I can see it. Like some of the teams go a little wild with the chat wheel lines. I like some of it though. I don't know. I think it's funny seeing all these sprays as well.
Same.
I think actually, the flip side to that is you can actually level up the tips. You could integrate Twitch into TI finals, and every 10 minutes, actually the 5-minute mark, nothing happens.
Yeah.
But what happens if there was a Twitch chat tip? So you could vote for and either have a happy tip or a sad tip. Twitch now has decided to tip this game Seb for his 0-3 offlane performance. And then the next game, it's like we've decided to tip Seb for his 17-0 offlane performance. It's got swings and roundabouts.
Tell you what though, I would like to see no voice lines during draft.
Yeah, that can get pretty difficult when you're trying to have a conversation and you lose your thought
Yep.
halfway through. I think sprays are okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tip back, stomp. Nice brambles coming out from off. We'll toss right back again, though. They need one more hit. The cleave coming in here. We'll take out the centaur.
Yeah, it's really nice how Ghost Rock started this laning phase. Obviously, AA giving a little bit more XP to the Tiny, so he is a quick level 3 by minute 3.
Muff.
Can he get rid
Not
of
gonna
the
be
cell?
quite. It's not gonna be enough. Oh, there it is, though. The last hit. And this is looking not so great here for Muff. He's got to just wander around here. The brambles, not quite enough damage to get the final hit from Tiny.
Credit though, that was a really beautiful brambles because you can see every single entry to the tree line there was covered.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he survives from the throwing of the tree, puts himself in a good spot.
Top lane. Oh, Curry, you can't afford to go down here, my friend, but he is indeed going to fall.
Yeah, the thing about this lane, whilst they were going on bottom, the Slaughter was actually brought pretty low. So that's where the confidence came from for Hippomaniacs to try and go for this kill, because they just tried beforehand to, you know, some pretty decent success, but yeah, then don't have the resources to have continued pressure.
Milan does have to be a little bit careful though, because he is sitting quite low in that top lane.
Yeah, salving up now. He has the Ring of Regen. Got a Tango. He's going to be back in the lane pretty soon. For Slaughter, he's the one here. Double Bracer, tanky boy, 6.9 regen. It's so hard to get this guy out of lane, especially when Luna is about poke and prod. And unfortunately, when you have 7 regen pretty much, you are not getting poked out this lane at all. And the big winner right now, 26 and 10, is this Morphling mid. He is having 0 pressure applied to him from this Ember Spirit, playing on his enemy high ground and just being quite disruptive.
Uh-oh, Sandy here is just going to get whacked away. They've got some of these nice flame spirits to tick down. This is not looking like it's going to be a living warlock soon. It's very low, though. Oh, he just barely manages. All
I
right.
was never worried.
But the thing here, though, it's like, honestly, Death would be better.
Yeah.
Because now he's doing the Walk of Shame back to base, waddle waddle. He's got his Bassi.
But he is still having a squeaky clean record. 0, 0, 0.
Well, also,
playing for
now,
today?
you know, he can teleport over into the mid lane if he likes, go refill a bottle.
I would, in this scenario, though, I'd hope he wouldn't do that.
You want him to go right back up top
Because
to help secure the lane as well?
he's ditched his Luna for like a minute. If he goes mid, it's an extra 30 seconds. It's then like a minute and a half. His Luna's going to 1v2. So in this scenario, you have to go back to your lane. You have to enable. And if you break down the laning phase too early, that's where suddenly all the lanes start popping off.
This Morphling is having the time of his life, though. 35 and 14, 21 and 1 on the Ember.
Yeah, MTD's just doing a really good job at pressuring. This matchup isn't favored to Ember at all. Morphling's a hero that can quite quickly, with levels, start playing on the enemy hill and apply pressure. It's a slow start to the game. The only deaths that will be occurring will be kind of mispositioning, and that's about it.
Yeah, Morphling's just going to want to chill over here in this middle lane.
Oh, the 50-50. Who's going to win the Rune War? Oh, of course it's the Morphling. Of course. The water boy in the water gets the Rune.
Hometown advantage, so to speak.
Yep.
Milan making a rotation here. They go, they wave form, they've got the double damage. The Rune will come into play here. Not quite enough damage to take down Mombos, but it's definitely not feeling super great about this. So he'll drop the Remnant, teleport out, and come right back in again, as Toby does get pressure placed on him. Nice Fatal Bonds kind of ticking away a little bit. Curry going for a bit of a dive? No, he backs off.
Posturing to try and keep the catapult wave alive. You have both Dire and Radiant doing this, of course top Luna doing it, but then MTD did a really good job keeping his tower alive. You can see he's playing aggressive here off of his attribute shift just to try and keep it. Got at least 2-3 more hits, and now it finally falls, but the tower done to this damage is pretty devastating for the Ember Spirit. But really good jump.
Towers damage done though.
Beautiful stuff. Will they get denied?
There we go. Slardar gets the deny.
But a dead tower is a dead tower. Don't know if that helps, but you know, silver lining.
I mean,
why not, PMA?
Gotta look for it.
Toss up into the air here. Chrysalis has the Cursed Crown, but Muff's just gonna back off. I mean, on the bright side, right, that is a tower. That's one of the towers closer to the Roche area, if they decide they want to go for that earlier on. Obviously, you know, the best tower is, of course, the mid, if they can push that. But both of these cores over in the mid lane just wanting to farm up. Spec has to be a bit careful here. Pops the salve.
The interesting thing will be if Toby decides to go for a quick Blink Dagger on the Slaughter, because there is going to be this destructive timing of Slaughter plus Tiny getting a 13-minute Blink Dagger, Morphling potentially going for the Manta Rush that we've seen before, even the E-Blade, of course, is a classic, and that team timing around the egg will be pretty devastating. Hippomaniacs, their team plan right now, because of how laning phase has gone, is going to be a little more kind of jungle-orientated. And
Is that
be
the
ready
way
to
back
react.
for Mambos?
Yeah,
jungle?
Exactly, yeah. Just push out mid lane, farm up the small camp, and rotate when aggression like this is occurring.
Good punishment there. As the AA went a little bit too far. Mambo's just going to poke away a little bit. Do have that illusion rune, immediately removing the illusions of the Morphling. And you have the Phoenix Milan sitting nearby if they decide they want to make a play here.
Yeah, this is Milan basically freeing up because of the offlane. You know that Luna naturally wants to go jungle, and because Warlock is so aggressively farming on top.
Well, that was aggressive.
It is.
Right, Curry getting off a couple of these hits here. Let's have to be careful. J4 is also here.
Yeah, even Luna getting into mix, and now Senny TP's to mid as well. And this is kind of where the laning phase, at least the kind of the early game is collapsing for Hippos, because their overreaction to these early moves will just give a big advantage to Ghost Frogs. Like Slardar, if you look at him top, whilst his mid tower falls, he's living the absolute dream. Oh, look at this. Complete free farm. And now because Warlock TP'd into mid, there is no real play to make going top, unless it's some Centaur +1 TP and then maybe a kill, but who are they TPing up? They're actually TPing up Ember.
Yep, Ember went in. They can't kill him. Okay. So he's gonna get some farm. Yeah, I mean, he had to leave mid because Luna took over. So.
The question is, how long can he really lane top? Because we've seen this in previous games.
Not very long.
There you go. Bye-bye now. Yep. That was my fear. When you're a 2.9k net worth, laning up into a 3.5 of Slardar, levels are not your friend, and Slardar equally so with the bash. I do love a good bash.
Stampede gets used just so to back and flee.
Right.
Thought that Muff, if he had turned around, if he had just dedicated himself, he would have gotten that courier kill. And now he just kind of turned around for no reason, unfortunately.
The Stampede could have helped him.
Definitely would have gotten it if he had followed through there.
And MTD freeing up his game as well. Like he identifies the fact that he is pretty much unkillable right now. The only way he dies is with the perfect combination of a golem into a stomp into a root. And he's the one posturing so aggressively, freeing up the kind of the safer farm for heroes like the tiny heroes like Phoenix that need at least normally like 12 to 30 minutes of the game to really get in. So yeah, I like just the positioning of Ghost Rock and how they kind of split open the map to kind of activate their heroes. Because when they hit this timing of one item each, they will be devastating. They will be relentless and punishing, with soon a Roshan on the cards as well, when they feel confident enough to go.
Have we been seeing stacking occur? I know we saw one stacked camp over, small camp over in the mid lane for the Dire, but I feel like that would be very, very nice here.
Not the biggest. We've seen teams hitting figures of like 7 or 8 at this point.
But
but
over the side of Ghost Frogs. I'm a little surprised because that would help out your Morphling. It would help out your time to get that Blink Dagger online very, very quickly. Go for a smoke. Oh, Curry's left behind. They drop the chaotic offering, but this Luna's just already dead. Where's your follow-up? All right, the Ember has shown up here. They do have those Fatal Bonds down, but the egg comes out. They don't have a good egg scrambler. They're just going to run right past the egg, I guess. That's a solution, supposedly. Egg will pop. Mambos is trying to find the right angle. Does have to be careful, though. The Sun Ray, the toss up into the air, that was very optimistic and perhaps a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah, and this was a product of a Radiant Vision right now. You see it on the screen there, and just at the entry to the jungle, there's a ward, and also in the mid lane as well, another ward. So this Ghost Frog's rotation was mirrored by just beautiful vision that allowed them to see where the Luna was farming. Now, great stuff from Senny identifying that this was a key component of that smoke. This was a smoke with no Blink Dagger, with no real gap close, other than getting a slow of an Ice Vortex, getting a slow of an Icarus dive. So yeah, it was an ambitious smoke, but only profiting due to the vision. And now back to farming. And this is the main thing from Ghost Frogs. They are making these smaller moves in a window where some teams would actively look to farm and wait for a bigger timing. So yeah, I can respect that aggression. Hippomaniacs, they need to start making more stacks, need to utilize that jungle more, and also start throwing the bodies of their supports in front of these early moves. Like, if the Warlock's tanking a death, this is exactly what you need. Like, the Warlock needs to be better positioned to just accept a death and allow Luna to get through this kind of awkward early game.
I mean, to be fair, Hippos were the ones who were stacking originally before Ghost Frogs put anything really down. But now you are seeing some of these smaller stacks coming out in the triangle. So that's going to help out the... I'm guessing, you why not give it to your Tiny, right? Just get him closer to that Blink Dagger.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, just look at the mini-map. Ghost Frogs haven't really changed their farming patterns for the last 4 minutes now. Slardar just ambitiously farming top. There's no real pressure. You've got Phoenix making the stacks up in the tri-camp. Morphling free farming all the jungle camps bottom plus lane. Like, this is just maximum efficiency and also greed, because if Hippomaniacs had maybe one more aspect of early pressure in their draft, you'd see heroes maybe getting picked off, but because they're locked into a much more team-orientated Deathfall style lineup, and the Ember didn't have a good time mid, they can't make moves. So yeah, this is recovery mode for Hippomaniacs, and that's where Ghost Frog's punishing it with how they're farming. They've identified the amount of strength that they have right now.
And it's all good to be in recovery mode, but isn't this supposed to be the time when they are the ones being ahead? Like,
I don't mind them playing super defensive if they prepare for the imminent timing. You know, when you see a double blink on Tiny Slardar, if you're ready for the counter initiation. So like this moment here, if Hippomaniacs are aware of a potential Blink Dagger and they're aware of this play, They can win this fight.
They're not grouped, though. They don't have anyone in position to break smokes.
Don't worry, Willow's waddling in.
Yeah,
Go on, Willow. Tank it, yes!
There it is.
Tank it for the boys. There we go.
Tanking the gang.
Oh, no, Sadie,
no,
Sadie.
you
No,
two,
no,
only
not
supposed
you.
to be one support. As Toby blings forward, bash, bash, bash.
All right. Still not the worst. You know, double supports. This is kind of what we needed for Hippomaniacs to get themselves through this. But now they're aware of the double blink. Both have been revealed, which means this fight should, if they want to take it,
I see him
be okay.
Here.
They're aware of the blinks, better positioning. They've got the spells for it. That's the key thing. They have the levels, they have the spells.
Oh, they just immediately pincer the blink forward, the ice blast. Probably a little bit far here as they'll go waveform as well on the back lines. Muff already dying, and the egg has been placed into position. Tipek is just going to die alone in the woods.
Just not ready for this play, unfortunately. Just a 1-by-1 TP.
Oh dear, Mambo.
He has a remnant.
He needs to go to it. Yes.
Oh, but then there's
but they
also...
were waiting for him. Nice play, though, here from Mambos, immediately dodging a little bit further back. But these moves are not feeling very good right now coming out from the side of Hippos.
Yeah, just they tried going for the defense when the respawns came in, but Ghost Frogs dived just a little bit too early for Hippos, breaking down the respawns. And Luna, of course, wasn't there.
This is nice, at least. Like Curry, he immediately gets bodied out, obviously. But you know, the optimistic trying to take the stacks, he does spot them out, but they're just not in the position to really contest them either.
Yeah, vision is honestly fundamental right now, and Radiant has such beautiful aggressive vision. Good job though from Sunny, gets another one of the deep wards. I guess that is the repercussion of playing aggressive. When you also ward aggressively, if you don't occupy that area, nowadays supports are pretty good at kind of playing Minesweeper with just three sentries, you occupy your own jungle. And that's where Hippomaniacs should be able to claw their way back in with the vision. And Luna is top net worth, but I would love to see them group up and make one of their own plays. Very much farm oriented right now. Mask of Madness, Dragonlance, this is a I will be hitting creeps, not heroes, for at least another 10-minute style of build.
I'm very concerned because if she's ever out of position, she could get blown up so easily with the lineup that they've got coming out from the side of Ghost Frogs.
That's why AA is first pick and banned in some of these teams, because you have one hero with a Blink Dagger plus an AA, that damage from the AA just puts it over the edge. It's the kill threat.
I mean, it's still like she's such a squishy core too, and she has no saves. Even without the AA.
Yeah.
The AA is just an extra like nice little bit of detail.
Yeah.
Do I hear a beep? Is that just me?
A beep.
I don't hear a beep.
No. This
Very
PC sounds like it's about to take off.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's very loud.
Oh, maybe.
Under the intensity of this game, our PCs will soon
It's
explode.
very mild, but it's there.
I mean, there's a high-pitched like whirring noise.
No, that's just me talking.
Okay, well, maybe I'm just going mad. Sorry for interrupting.
No, it's fine, thank you.
Well, now I'm just gonna be listening for a beep,
I know,
Jeeves.
cannot on here, sorry.
Nice blast tossed out, not gonna connect. Ghost Frogs are just quickly occupying all the areas of this jungle, but they do manage to get a tower over in the bottom lane.
And then the instant response of that, though, is Ghost Frogs going for Roshan, utilizing that Slardar minute 17. They've had a near flawless entry to this game, a quick E-Blade on MTD. They're going to pick up this Aegis, most likely put it on MTD again. It gives him that ability just to dive in and unlock the Blink Daggers from Ghost Frogs.
Meanwhile, they found Tipek. We talked about the fact that it's percentage-based damage, but Tipek, of course, he does have the Hood of Defiance, so we'll be able to survive this engagement, as it was only the Tiny and the Phoenix jumping him.
And yeah, and potentially when Centaur gets his Blink Dagger, he's not really that underfarmed, honestly. He's 300 gold, he's got the Hood, he's got the Vanguard. He is one of the tankier chaps. If he can circumvent and kind of get around the AA ult, and that maybe will be what they're looking for. High ground defense is now the key thing for Hippomaniacs. Their positioning in out of fights in open territory has been a little bit underwhelming. So relying on tier 3s to be your best friends is kind of the name of the game for them.
The problem is they're just going in one by one here. They're not taking like a fight like as a duo or anything like that. Look at this. Toby immediately just chasing after him. Ambos has the whip, trying to slow him down a bit. Gets that bash off into the crush. Whew. And he just has to zip away. And they're already waiting for him here.
He has no mana.
Hold him into place, and Milan will fry the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, they're pretty much just buying time. most things with Luna drafts, you either crush the laning phase and you're ahead, or you're in kind of mode recovery.
Oh, that's a good way to kill a Centaur. Hit him with an Ice Blast.
Stun on Ice Blast and death, and yeah. Unfortunately, Hippomaniacs really struggling to get the Luna into this game.
Well, like you said, she hasn't itemized to fight. She's itemized to hit creeps, and there's just not enough breathing room for her to be able to do that. Because
or creeps on the map, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, the draft, too. I would like to see them play as a cohesive unit, like at least pair up, right? Pair up and try to find some sort of a pick-off, do something.
Yep.
But it just feels like everywhere you look, the Hippos are kind of scattered by themselves. They're not playing together.
Yeah, just not able to react under the pressure that Ghost Frogs is applying.
They're all in catch-up mode, and they are not winning the farm battle versus Ghost Frogs. So they are basically in an indefinite catch-up game because they're not going to catch up.
No, it's difficult, right? Because like when you look at their lineup, the simplest way of putting it is they don't have heroes that hold an area and say this is ours to farm. Like you don't have cheap stuns, so it's really difficult to defend an area. Because if you want to truly defend it, you need to use the Golem, you need to use a Stampede or an Eclipse or something along those lines. And that's where Ghost Frogs, they have stuns galore with Avalanche Toss, they got Slardar, like they're living their best life right now. This is the big timing for Ghost Frogs. Hippomaniacs, tier 3 tower defense with all the spells they have. This is where they can punish the over-aggression of Ghost Frogs, and where they've been kind of picked apart before is this initial siege. Can be a little bit over-aggressive, sorry.
Using the Sunray to keep MTD nice and healthy. Waveforming away. I'll just joint here. They're playing very
okay, they TP bottom. Okay, instant smoke up. They TP to bottom to pressure the Luna.
Forced to use the Eclipse to run away, but the Avalanche comes in. Chrysalis does not care about that, and...
But top lane, can they find anything with this smoke?
Oh, they're going to try to make some plays on Morphling, but they don't have the damage.
The idea of that play was really good from Hippomaniacs. When you are that far behind, forcing out the TP, if you can then disconnect and get yourself out of the fight, is so key. Unfortunately, a couple seconds difference with maybe Luna surviving. They were jumping a Luna with an Aegis, so it never would feel great.
They'd be lying right back.
And an instant smoke from, yeah. Beautiful. This map feels so small for Hippomaniacs, just the way that Ghost Frogs are playing. You show on a lane, they TP, they pressure, they smoke back across the map, playing your enemy jungle.
Oh.
I'd love to see Luna honestly just keep playing in the jungle, keep playing the opposite side of the map. That's why the Manta is so effective on Luna, because once you get yourself in an aggressive position, you just keep the illusion spam going, you then have non-committal lane pressure, unlocking some type of some game plan for you. But right now, with how quickly, that was a span of like a minute that they TP'd to bot, got a kill, smoked back across the map, got another kill, and they're back at the tier 3s.
Toby just jumping in their faces immediately here. Morphling just gonna morph back up again. He's got a Sunray, thanks to Milan. They just can't push him out of their base.
And yep, another waveform out.
He's gosh darn ready to leave, T.
Yeah, and the Aegis is soon expiring, so potentially that could be a play that they look for. I'd love to see a smoke up. 30 seconds left on the Aegis. Get a smoke, lads. Let's see a Golem. Let's see you just use all your spells in conjunction and see what happens. Worst case scenario, you lose the fight. Best case scenario, you get a kill. Yeah, like just let's see something happen, Hippos.
You have nothing left to lose, really.
You've done nothing. That's basically what we're saying. Let's do something. 12-2, 22 minutes. Agent expiring now. Wombo combo, like again, like props to Luna in such a hard game. She has kept up pretty healthily in the farm, but that is what Luna does. The issue with the hero naturally is just translating that into the game. You see Curry instantly going for a BKB because he realizes the game's pretty difficult. And I love the fact that he is now going, you know what? I can't just play my own game of split push and have that fun. I need to be able to play with the team. By BKB, it puts more emphasis on a fight occurring. You pick up this BKB, that's when they're going to make a play. That's when we're going to see them make their first move in the game.
Do you also have a BKB completed on Toby as well? And he is going to be one of the initiators there, throwing his face forward. So Luna, you know, she tries to go and pop that Eclipse, or they try to get that magic damage, and he doesn't really seem to care much about it. The only thing he does have to worry about, of course, is the Chaotic Offering. And
we've not spoken about that at all yet, but if you look at Phoenix, he's pretty close to a Shivas. Level, 14.
23 minutes.
13, sorry, about to hit 14. Like, he is, the Philly Stone. It's kind of broken when one team gets it, one team doesn't.
I love that item.
I love it too, but I never get it. Yeah.
Every support loves that item.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Luckily.
They both have it.
But I feel the disparity of a Phoenix to... it's your carry. Oh, no.
Up there. They're going to try to counter-initiate, though, with Tipek. Toby here jumping forward, but again, like we talked about, they've got the BKB's Ice Blast comes in. Curry just takes too much damage as he does indeed fall. They do have the egg off. Tipek gonna fall in the back lines here. So they're gonna slide forward. Can they finish off Toby? Can they get anything? As they do buy back on the center, they'll probably be able to get Tipek here. They've already lost Mumbos though. Final hit coming out from Muff will be able to clean up the Slardar, but Tipek, he just fought back. He doesn't want to die back here. He's gonna make it back to his fountain. He cannot do it. Milan just burning him down. And now the Dark Willow gonna just try to teleport out in time, but the Avalanche comes through. It was a little bit too hopeful of a TP. So all the Hippos will fall.
And they used everything there to try and at least get some type of fight going their way, but the effectiveness of AA, the tankiness of Tiny Morphling, we've got a replay. Like, they bring Luna already to half HP, a third of her HP with just one Morphling combo, and then the counter initiation, Morphling just brushes it off instantly. And yeah, just a lack of damage at this point. They're 8k down, they're a little bit under-leveled, so it's really trying to scramble to get something into the fight. And even Toby, the fact that he gets to survive just an extra little bit longer with the heal, and it does go down eventually, but yeah, it's so difficult for Hippomaniacs. With this type of lineup, with this type of pressure applied, they need to have like the cleanest of fights. They need to somehow, like realistically, if you look at a perfect fight, it's blowing up the Phoenix before it starts and the AA to then maybe pressure the lack of like kind of +1 damage. But even then, you see here, Crystallis, he's 100 to 0ing heroes by himself. Morphling is taking away cores by himself, so...
I don't know if Mumbos can actually kill Milan here. Find the kill on Curry again. Milan's able to teleport out. Stampede is being used again. Toss him into the air. This is still looking like a very dead Tipex. That is, of course, a triple kill.
Yeah, Ghost Frogs just...
And they call it.
GG. Yep.
Yeah.
Just the way that Ghost Frogs are playing, it's just relentless aggression off of a blink dagger timing. And unfortunately for Hippomaniacs, they didn't have this same kind of